Hello, welcome. This is live business Q&A launch hour. Ask me anything in relation to branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, or how to grow six-figure service-based business. My camera looks a little funny, so I'm going to try and adjust it. Welcome. If you are viewing, please introduce yourself in the comments and feel free to tell us what your business is as well. Let's see here. Okay, hopefully. All right. I'm going to remove this. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go live on Instagram too. So give me a second and I will do that. Live business Q&A. Let's see how I can get this going. Okay. All right. So we are live on Instagram, we are live on YouTube and Facebook. So welcome. So live business Q&A is where you can ask me anything. So we're going to talk about branding, we're going to talk about marketing, we're going to talk about entrepreneurship and how to grow a six-figure service-based business. So ask me anything. I actually had a question submitted in the meantime. Welcome. What is it? Boyd, Brandon, and the Hyman Experience. Welcome to Live Business Q&A. So this is where you can ask me anything in relation to branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, or how to grow a six-figure service-based business. And I will answer it live. All right. So let me pull up the questionnaire. Because Google. And you can submit your questions in the comments. Okay. Welcome. It's Rachel Ashley. Welcome to Live Business Q&A. Feel free to ask me anything in relation to branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, or how to grow a six-figure service-based business. And okay, so we have our first question. It was submitted online, so I will go to that question first. So the question says, "Hey girl, hey, welcome. So the question says, I just launched my business a week ago, but have received very few sales. Should I be worried? So this question came from someone who has a e-commerce store, and she launched her business during Black Friday or around Black Friday weekend, and she got low sales when she did it. And she's asking if she should be worried. So I talked about this a little bit last week. So if you haven't checked out last week's episode, make sure you check that out too, so that you can find out more about this topic. But basically, if you have a new business, the general rule of thumb is that it can take almost a year for you to get like good traction for your business and decent sales for your business. You might not even get your first sale until towards the end of the year. So, if you're just launching a business, the best thing for you to do right now is to refine who your target customer is, refine who your competitors are, and make sure that whatever you are offering is comparable to the pricing of your competitors. And that does not mean, offer the cheapest price, offer the, most expensive price. It doesn't mean that. It means that you need to take research about who else is in your market offering similar services as you, or maybe they're already offering it, and you are looking at their products and services to figure out what you're going to offer. And then once you figure out your unique positioning, your products and services, so on and so forth, then you need to be consistent. And being consistent means showing up consistently on your social media pages, showing up via email, showing, basically getting in front of the audience that you have on a consistent basis. Right now, social media is really saturated with a lot of content, a lot of videos, a lot of people. So that means that you have to be even more interactive on those platforms. And showing up means showing up at least 3 to 5 times a week. So posting at least 3 to 5 times a week. And in the age of reels, that is basically means that you need to do what other people are doing with your reels. So if you're looking to grow your business, don't expect some type of blowout sale for your very first sale, because it just very rarely, shows up like that. Welcome, Mama. But yeah, so basically, don't be too concerned about low sales first starting your business. It's completely normal. It's completely to be expected. What you want to just see is consistent growth. And you can see that by tracking your metrics, tracking your analytics. If you're tracking your followers and you're looking at how many followers did I have today? How many followers did I have a month ago? Keep your own traction and spreadsheet of those numbers. How many email subscribers do I have today in comparison to a month ago? So that is what I recommend for that. Oh my gosh, it's so warm in here. Yikes. I'm a wing it though. Okay. All right, so we got another question. The question says, headed to a networking opportunity. What's the best way to position myself to create sales from the opportunity? Okay. All right, networking opportunity. Best way to position myself to create sales. Okay. So you have a service-based business, you're selling, coaching, and I think you may have some online products too. So the best thing to do with the networking opportunity is to initially, create that conversation about what you do. So before you walk in there, you should have your positioning statement already together. For example, my positioning statement is, I help service based business owners attract and convert more clients by launching brands and webs. Or I help, oh, here I go, messing it up. I help service based business owners launch brands and websites that attract and convert more clients and grow six-figure businesses. So, that's my statement. If I were to be in person networking, I would say that statement as I'm introducing myself about my business, and then get their contact information, get their cell phone number, get their email, and follow up with them. And when you follow up with them, you can, obviously you'll say, it was a pleasure to meet you. We talked about, after I said my positioning statement, you said that you had these challenges with your health and fitness journey. I would love to talk with you more about those challenges. Here's a link to schedule a free call with me. Um, and then you can also include, if you have like some type of free offer, you can also include that in your follow up. You could say, I also would want to share this free guide that I recently created that helps you with XYZ. And so once you send that to them, if they actually sign up, then they'll be in the funnel for that. But when you met them at the networking opportunity, you now have their contact information, and you can actually enter them into your email lists and everything as well. So now they're in your network, they're going to be receiving your emails. They may book a call with you, but even if they don't book a call with you, they hopefully will download your free offer. So make sure you do that. Make sure if you are giving something for free that there is a way for them to enter their email to opt in for that. And then if you have an automated sales funnel going on, which would be optimal to set up, your sales funnel should be nurturing them so that they get to the point where they will want to book a call with you. So make sure you do that. Welcome, welcome. I see some people on Facebook and YouTube that are tuning in, and I also see some people in Instagram that are tuning in. So welcome. This is live business Q&A launch hour. You can ask me anything in relation to branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, or how to grow a six-figure service-based business. You're welcome, Rachel. Okay. So while I wait for another question, um, let me think. What are some things that have been going on this week? This week, I've been doing a lot of web design because I'm launching, we're launching a few clients' websites this week. We also, what else has been going on this week? Um, One of the things, okay, so one of the conversations that I had this week was in regards to um, personal brand versus business brand. And I think I actually have that coming out next week on my podcast. So if you're not subscribed to Brand and Convert with Adrian and White, it's available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and I post the same type of information and the recording of this live business Q&A. So anyway, basically, what was I talking about? So I had a discussion this week, and they were asking me. They were saying that they wanted to launch their business. They were already established in the industry. So for this particular person, they were a newscaster already. So they've been established in that industry and in that field for the last 15 years. They currently have a website for that. So for their personal brand, which is the brand of you. So they already had that website up, but they're interested in expanding into additional things. So, ultimately they want to do some consulting, like public relations consulting and other things. So they were wondering if they should launch another website that would be under the business name of whatever that consulting firm is going to be, or if it should all go under their personal brand, which is under their name. For the most part, I would say 80 to 90% of the time, especially if you're a new entrepreneur, a small business entrepreneur, a solopreneur, which means that you're the only person that is, a part of your business, you want to launch a personal brand. And if you haven't seen like my brand, basically I have a personal brand too. So how a personal brand works is the brand is under your name. So whatever your name is, it would be like www.yourname.com. And then on social media, you also have your profiles be under your name. So even though you're promoting your business, you still have, for me, it would be Adrian and White, Adrian and White. The only reason right now I don't have my brand under my name completely is because it was not available. It was already taken by somebody else. But if you are able to get your first and last name as a URL, as your social media handles, you definitely should go about doing that because it is way easier for followers, for target customers to connect with you versus connecting with a company brand. So imagine like when you see a company page on Instagram and their logo is their, or the profile picture is their logo and the name on there is the company name. Like, unless it's a big company, it just it might not resonate with you. Even if you like the posts and stuff, you probably are thinking, who is behind these posts? Who is behind what is being, created? As opposed to someone having their own brand, and it's their name and they have their positioning statement. So their I help statement there. When someone lands on that profile, they immediately see the picture of them. So, like, oh, I know what they look like. Then they might see some personal posts. They might see some business posts on there. They're going to see like a lot of different things. And it actually makes someone on the outside feel more comfortable the more they get to know that person through whatever platform they're viewing them on. So you are more likely to get sales by positioning yourself with a personal brand for your company than the business brand. You still want to have a business entity. So I'm not saying this to say like don't file your LLC or get your EIN or anything, because you definitely still want to have a business entity there. But the only time you really need to mention the business entity is once you get to the contract, once you get to those type of things, because that's where it's going to be. Um, that's where they're doing business with your business entity, not necessarily with you, because you need the protection in case a lawsuit or something comes about. But I just wanted to share that, because just in general, that has been something that a lot of my clients were like, they were always trying to figure out if they should have a personal brand or a business brand. So for the most part, you always want to try and go the personal brand route. Okay. So I see a few people that are still tuning in. Quick plug, I'm wearing my Purpose Focus t-shirt, that's from my new fall winter collection of my AMW apparel, which is entrepreneurial and inspirational clothing, for the masses. So if you're interested in getting your Purpose Focus shirt, you can visit my website. It's brandwithamw.com/shop and cop yours. I just put it on the YouTube and the Facebook. And then you guys can, on Instagram, it's on my profile. Just look for the AMW Apparel Shop and cop your Purpose Focus shirt. All right. I also want to do another little quick plug. So I had a really special announcement this week, and that announcement is that I am launching the nonprofit side of my company. It's called AMW Entrepreneur Incubator, and it basically is a 12-week live in-person class, but you can also attend virtually, on how to launch, grow, start your business. So through the program, you are going to file your business EIN and LLC. You're going to have your brand created and your logo. You're going to have your website created with my team's help. We're going to launch a marketing plan. We have lots of really, really great stuff. And then at the end of it, you'll have an opportunity to potentially win a grant for your business, and you'll be able to participate in a business pop up shop. So if you are interested in taking part, you can go to, or just being notified actually for now, you can go to amwincubator.com and sign up for our mailing list, because you'll be notified. December 15th, doors are going to open for our January 2023 cohort. So make sure you sign up to be notified of that and other amazing things that we do. And the mission of the nonprofit is to serve the underserved communities and help them become entrepreneurs or social entrepreneurs. So, specifically, when you invest in the program, the incubator that we have coming up, and future incubators, a portion of those proceeds are going to go towards high school students and people in low economic communities on launching their businesses and growing their businesses. So they'll have an opportunity to participate in the incubator as well, even if they don't have the funds. So just wanted to plug that. And I am still here for questions. So we have we got about 11 or 12 minutes left. So submit your questions. Submit your questions in the chat, and I will be here to answer them. Okay. So we'll give a little bit of time. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Na 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 na. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so while I wait for another question, let me think of a question. So we've talked about sales funnels before. What else are we going to talk about? What else do I want to talk about today? Um, Let's talk about website platforms and some of the what I recommend for your website platform and for your hosting. So a lot of people, when you're thinking of getting a website built, building your website, or maybe having somebody else to build the website, obviously there's a lot of platforms. Welcome, George. Thanks for joining in. Submit any questions you have in the comments. I don't see a question. I just see some graphics that I can't see right now. So I'll just leave that be. But anyway, so what was it? Oh, we're talking about website platform. So if you're thinking of launching a website, building a website, updating your site, there are a lot of different platforms out there: Squarespace, Wix, WordPress. GoDaddy has its own website builder. A lot of other platforms have their own website builders. So there's a lot of different options. Shopify is another popular one. So there's a lot of different options on where you can build your website. I personally recommend building your website on WordPress. And the reason that I recommend this is because when you are when you have a WordPress site, and specifically, so there's actually two different types of WordPress sites: WordPress.com and WordPress.org. WordPress.com is I think I can't remember what it's called, but basically you go to WordPress.com and create a free website. That is not what I recommend. It is not exactly the same as WordPress.org. So WordPress.org is a platform that you can get access to once you purchase a host. So the host that I recommend people use is SiteGround. So when you're on SiteGround, which is SiteGround.com, when you are on SiteGround, you are able to purchase a hosting plan. You can actually purchase a WordPress hosting plan. It's like $100 for the first year, and that includes your domain and your hosting plan. You always need a hosting plan. And the benefit of using SiteGround is that you're managing the hosting versus Shopify and some of those other ones that are billing you monthly for hosting. So basically, when you have the hosting plan, you go into it and you download WordPress, and this is WordPress.org. And once you download WordPress, there's a lot of things you can do to build a site. But basically, I recommend WordPress above all of those other platforms because, one, it's the most widely used website platform across the world. Beyonce's site was built on WordPress. I think Apple site might be built on WordPress. Like really big, high traffic sites are built on WordPress. And WordPress also, number two, has really great search engine optimization benefits. So if you are looking to get as close to the first page of Google as possible, you really want to consider WordPress because it's indexed in a more easy way than some of those other platforms. And you might just keep running into issues when you use some of the other platforms. The third reason, three, that I recommend WordPress is that it is the most flexible out of all the platforms. You basically can do almost anything with the platforms, which means that if you want to launch a member portal, if you want to run an online course, if you want to have some type of like user community or something, all of that can be done within WordPress with certain plugins. So this is like it's just it's great. It's, sometimes you might need a developer depending on if you want some of that more advanced functionality, but it just is a really, really great it's just the best platform to use. So I recommend WordPress. If you are new to WordPress, you might want to consider getting the Divi theme, Divi. You would purchase that separately, but basically when you purchase the Divi theme, you'll have lots of really cool templates that you can use and themes that you can use that are very easily customizable. Um, Divi is just like a really easy to use drag and drop builder. So it's just a really good builder and a really good tool to use. So that is what I recommend. Okay. Let me check and see if I see any questions anywhere. Let's see. Oh, I see George is waving. Hey, George. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Okay. Any questions? I see someone looking. Ask a question. I see a couple people looking. Submit your questions. Submit your questions. You can ask me if you're just joining. Ask me anything in relation to branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, or how to grow a six-figure service-based business. Okay. All right. So we have about 5 minutes left. Um, let's think. What else is coming up? Let's talk about preparing for the holidays in your business. So a lot of people think that because the holidays are here, that people are not going to purchase from you, that they don't want to spend any money and stuff. But one of the things that you really need to keep in mind, especially as a service-based business owner, is that, oh, and also as a product business owner. So, as a service based business owner, a lot of people are thinking about what their plans are for 2023 right now. Like they are planning it, they are thinking about what those goals are. If you're in the health and fitness industry, you know that January is like a boom for, your business or for people in that industry because people are trying to get their New Year's resolutions completed, and just some of the other services that companies may offer, could span topics, but people are trying to get their stuff together, and a lot of them want it to go, to start in the new year. So even though there's Christmas and there's things where people are slowing down or maybe their funds are going other places, they're going to want to get stuff in January. And some of that stuff you can offer to them now. Maybe you offer it as a deposit to a program or a service that's starting in January. Think about what you can do to kind of engage them now, maybe get some money from them now for their plans for the new year. It's a perfect time to really, get them going and get some level of commitment. Welcome, Culture Beads Collective. We have about 5 minutes left. So ask me anything related to branding, marketing, entrepreneurship, or how to grow a six-figure service-based business. But yeah, just thinking about the holidays and holiday plannings, do not drop your momentum because it's the holidays. Keep your posting up, keep your momentum up. If you need to holiday theme something, a package or something, do that. But keep your momentum up for it because people are engaged, people are still purchasing, and they're going to want to make some progress, especially in the new year. So have them get ahead on it now. Another thing that you want to consider as a service-based business owner, especially if you're working with like nonprofits and stuff, a lot of them need to spend a certain amount of money this year, or they want to, they want whatever they're spending to hit 2022 numbers versus 2023. So again, this is a great time for them to do that so they can write it off in their, when they do their taxes next year. So definitely consider that. For e-commerce businesses, you you really need, if you're not doing it already, there better be, heck of holiday sales. Holiday sales. People are buying this stuff for Christmas, or they are buying it for themselves because they see a Christmas deal. So maybe it's a Christmas gift to themselves. So, you know, put them holiday sales out. Put whatever you need to put out so that you can engage them and they can purchase these things for the holidays, for Christmas, the New Year's, whatever. Get it out ASAP. Okay. All right. So we just have a little bit of time left. I don't see any questions coming in. So I'm just going to reiterate, if you are joining now, that the fall winter collection of AMW Apparel, which is my inspirational and entrepreneurial apparel line, has dropped. I'm wearing one of the shirts that says Purpose Focus. So check it out. Get your shirt today. Brandwithamw.com/shop. I'll put the link back up on my on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. The link is in my bio. Click AMW Apparel Shop. So cop yours. And yeah, I thank you for joining. That's it for today. And oops, didn't mean for that to happen. Okay. Anyway, until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye bye.